Welcome back to the CNR Podcast, episode 99. I'm your host, Griffin Aldrich. Alongside me, we got my two great co-hosts, Daniel Miguel and David Caires. We are back, you guys. And I gotta say, not a whole lot. These off-season podcasts, you're gonna be very, very limited to what you talk about because there's not a lot of news. But we're going to have a great show for you guys. We have some trivia in here. We have some breaking news. Yeah, we have some breaking news in here, so it'll be fun. And in addition to that, we're one episode away from 100. So, the real ones who've been through it all, we're going to be breaking it down for you guys on episode 100. But with that being said, you guys, welcome back to another episode. So happy that we're here talking about some good Celtics talk because I got to say, recently, there was some Joe Mazzulla talk. But before we get into that, I want your guys' opinions on the NBA Finals. New NBA Finals, Knicks versus Spurs. We'll go really quick, give our predictions and little takes about it before we get into it. Because, again, I thought that series was so exciting. I will take back my take that the best series of all time, I think the Celtics 76ers series was the best series of all time. I'm biased because that's one I watched. Not this year. Don't worry. The one that we won game 7 and Jason Tatum went off with 51, I believe. Yep. So, and remember that for later, you guys. Just that's all I got to say. Remember that for later. Stick around and you'll find out. But what are your guys' thoughts on the NBA Finals and predictions? We'll go David, Daniel. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to have a new matchup in the NBA Finals. It's for all the flack the NBA gets as a boring sports league. I mean, this will be the seventh straight year that I think we're going to have a new champion. So that's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, you want to talk about parity? That's the textbook definition of parity. And yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be no secret. I'm rooting for the Spurs. I absolutely do not want to see the Knicks win a championship. I am afraid of the possibility of the Knicks winning a championship and the fact that their fans would probably not let anyone hear the end of it. And they would milk that championship more than the 2008 Celtics milked that championship. And that was almost 20 years ago. So do not want to live in a reality where the New York Knicks are winning the 2026 NBA championship. But really, really happy the Spurs advance. I picked them to win the series. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that would actually happen, but that was a great game 7. And, we got a little bit of a Celtics nugget in that one with Luke Cornett having an incredible chase down block towards the end of that game on Hartenstein on that dunk attempt. So, very happy for Luke. 2 of the last 3 years in the finals for him. And I just hope Wembanyama can get it done. You love seeing the Spurs relevant again after they dominated most of the early 2000s up until like the mid 2010s. It's now great to see them 10 years later back in the fold, blast from the past. And yeah, it's cool. We're getting a rematch the 1999 NBA Finals, and we're going to have either Jalen Brunson or Victor Wembanyama become an NBA champion. So I'm looking forward to the series. Starts tomorrow, and yeah, it'll be fun to watch.
Who do you have? What amount of games?
I have the Spurs winning in 6 games. I think it could honestly go something like the Spurs taking the first 2 at home, the Knicks taking their 2 at home, and then the Spurs take game 5 and game 6.
Yeah, very exciting series. Actually, until recently, I didn't know that they faced each other. They had a face off in 1999, 27 years ago now. Yeah, I think to 26, 27 years ago. And I found out, surprisingly, from Mayor Mamdani. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's been going crazy right now as a Knicks fan. And I just keep seeing clips of him on social media, and that's when I found out. Oh, it's not the first time they've gone against each other. Obviously, 2 different teams right now than what they were all those years ago, and also 2 different teams entirely right now because different dynamics. The Knicks have Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, and the Spurs have Wemby and all those amazing guards, young guards, and a young core It reminds me kind of like OKC 2-3 years ago when they were known as that younger team. But yeah, Spurs ended up winning that series and are now in the finals with a chance for Wemby to win his first ring 3 seasons in now, 3 or 4 seasons in. I think that's going to be amazing for him. And that's the main reason why I'm rooting for the Spurs. It would just be incredible to see Wemby win his first ring. Don't get me wrong, Brunson also deserves one. I have been a kind of a Brunson hater in recent years, I will admit, but after learning his story, more of his story, and after seeing what he's done for the Knicks, he does deserve one. Don't get me wrong, but I just think I don't see a scenario where Wemby does not win this. The Spurs, I think, are a better team defensively and offensively, I would say. I feel like the Knicks, ever since Nick Nurse, they've just been I don't even know how to explain it, but they don't have as many dogs, as many of those consistent players as the Spurs have. You look at Anunoby, who shines here and there. Josh Hart is one of their most consistent players, I will admit. Cat is good, but Mikal Bridges is another one who's on and off. So I just think the Spurs are going to win just because they have not only more depth, but I think also just more fire under them, especially after winning against OKC, and they just have better players, in my opinion. And also, no one on that team can stop Wemby. Meanwhile, I think there are players on the Spurs. I think mainly Stephon Castle, who's going to have a big defensive performance, I think, in my opinion, in this series, guarding Jalen Brunson. And I think it's going to work, and it's going to win them the series in 6 games. So very happy for Luke Cornett getting potentially getting a second ring and third final appearance in 5 years or so. That's amazing for him, and I really love that for him. And that's also another guy who I'd want to see win another ring, because we've known he's an underrated center, and we all know this one. The Luke Cornett and the Luke Cornett contest as well, very famous in the Boston community. So really happy for him, and hopefully we see some Luke Cornett contests in this series as well. But yeah, very hyped for him, and call me a Spurs fan for this series because I really want to see them win. But it's going to be an amazing series to watch, and whoever wins, hopefully not the Knicks, but whoever wins, it will be a new champion, and it will solidify the fact that the NBA is gone from that Warriors dynasty. We were gone from those days, and we're transitioning into an age where there can be a lot of good teams in one season, and we can get new champions every few seasons. I'm most excited to see who's it going to be next season, because I think the way this league has been going, it might genuinely be someone entirely new, someone who we don't think is going to win, but hopefully it is going to be the Celtics. But yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, I gotta say, go Luke Cornett and go Boston Spurs.
Boston Spurs, yeah.
Because I got the Spurs in 7. I think it could go either way. I'm not gonna lie. I was saying to my boss, the GM of the Sea Dogs, he's a Knicks fan. I was saying, I was like, if you face OKC, you're not winning, but the Spurs, there's a chance. Like, I feel like they match up pretty well. You saw this is a rematch of the in-season tournament, correct? Yep. And the Knicks came away winning it. So, wouldn't be shocking if the Knicks win this one as well. But I'm going Spurs in 7. I think it's going to be a tough fought series, but it's going to be a fun one. And I'm excited to watch it. That OKC Spurs series was nuts, and it just shows how crazy the league is, because I was just watching a video the other day. Obviously, after the Celtics won the championship, they got rid of their pieces the year after. You get rid of Drew Holiday, Al Horford, Luke Cornett, all these guys. Now you might see a similar thing happen with the OKC Thunder, as all that money. So a similar thing might happen, and you see that in the NBA, and that might prevent the Warriors dynasties and all of that. They want to mix things up and have things always shaking in the NBA, but interesting to see what happens with that this offseason. But
I also feel like the one name, sorry, Griffin, before you go on, the one name that is going to be very concerning is upon popular hype in the social media, Chet Holmgren.
Yeah,
Because that contract is looking nasty right now after that game 7 performance. It's what is it, 240 million, I'm pretty sure,
something.
for a lot of years, and I don't know. That might be a conversation with him, and also maybe Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell. Those are some of the other guys who might be looking for new contracts after this season, especially AJ.
I've seen Isaiah Hartenstein and I can't think of his name right now. Who is what every team scared of? Lou Dort. Lou Dort. I've seen those two.
Oh, Dort, yeah.
Those are two I've seen that are like a little scarce too. Yeah. What else was I gonna say though? Talking about championships though. This guy is one that could definitely lead your team to it and led your team to a lot of surprises this year. It's no other than Joe Mazzulla as he won Coach of the Year. David, were you the one scaring us last week about hearing the rumors, or was it Carl? Yeah, it was you, David, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was me because I saw a screenshot on Twitter saying that it was an ESPN article that had leaked that either Bakerstaff or the Spurs head coach won the head coach of the year award. So thankfully this was wrong.
Yeah, because I tell you what, we were so upset about Jaylen Brown last week. I think we would have had another video just talking about Joe Mazzulla loses Coach of the Year, but because he 1,000,000,000,000% deserved it. And I'm going to go into a little tangent really quick, and then I'll give the mic to you guys. But Joe Mazzulla and Andrew did a whole video on it, so everyone go check that out after. Joe Mazzulla brought this team. And again, I'll be repeating a lot of the things Andrew said because Andrew nailed it. So go check that out. But Mazzulla really brought this team from, a team that essentially I thought was going to be the 6th seed. And I'm guessing you guys didn't think they were going to be the 2 seed too. Like, I don't think anyone can't come on here and say, yeah, Celtics were going to be the 2 seed. No, you just can't. Like, the team that you had and you brought in some players that, all right, if we need everything to work out for this team to be successful, and everything did work out. And that's partly because of Joe Mazzulla's leadership. And I think we could have came in here and given him a couple CNR MVPs, but we didn't want to waste a vote on Joe Mazzulla. But he ultimately comes up with Coach of the Year, and he deserves it 1,000,000,000%. Again, there were some struggles in playoffs, and a lot of people were like, do we fire Joe Mazzulla? I mean, this is the thing. You saw what he did during the regular season, and then you get to the narrative of, all right, regular season doesn't matter when it comes to playoffs. But he is just such a talented young head coach. Obviously we're in the prime of JT and JB, and we can't waste that prime. But again, it's player performance too. Obviously, was it a questionable move that he made in game 7? Yes. But again, he's still learning too. He's in his prime, I want to say, with the Jays. This is where he's learning and developing into a great coach. And this could be the coach for the Celtics for years to come. I really love Joe Mazzulla, and I love his attitude. Do they need to switch things up with the 3? Okay. But again, I don't want to get into a tangent about him. He's a phenomenal head coach and well deserves this, like by miles. Like what he did with this team and how he brought them from ultimately maybe making the play-in tournament, maybe making a play-in game, but ultimately brought this team to the 2 seed, and the rest is history. But what do you guys have about this?
Yeah, I mean, 100% deserved by Joe Mazzulla. Absolutely should have been the favorite to win it the whole season, and he ends up winning it. I mean, we've come on this program and talked about him so many times, but just what a season he had. Where we were expected to get somewhere between 40 to 50 wins, probably closer to 40. He got the most out of this roster with a lot of signature wins. got the most out of players promoted from Maine, such as Ron Harper Jr., who by the end of the season earned himself a standard contract. I mean, that's just the coaching that was put in place that earned Ron Harper Jr. the spot and the ability to be a future contributor to the Celtics organization. You know, we saw a guy like Baylor Shireman take a step forward in year 2, and he's looking to be an even bigger part of the rotation in year 3 potentially. You see a guy like Namias Keita, who improved so much, being thrown in the fire in the starting 5 position after we lose all our big man depth in the summer before, and he has an incredible year at the starting for the Boston Celtics. And you know, I appreciate Joe's humbleness and accepting the award, where he said this really shouldn't be coach of the year, it should be staff of the year, which is true because it does take a village for all this stuff to happen. But I mean, just a fantastic job from the Celtics coaching staff as a whole. And this is 100% deserved by Joe Mazzulla. And for me, I think he's the coach of the Celtics as long as he wants to be. So I'm just going to enjoy this for how long we get him for, because I know he has other things he wants to do in life. So I don't think this is going to be as long as people think it's going to be. I think Joe Mazzulla is probably going to retire earlier than a lot of us expect. But that's a whole different conversation we can have. I'm just honored to have him as the coach of the team. And you nailed it, Griffin. He's learning as well. I mean, you know, he's not even 40 years old. He's been a head coach of an NBA team for whatever it was, now 4 seasons behind the bench. And then before that, he's known as Second Row Joe for like 3 or 4 years. So, you know, he's learning every year. He's not going to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect. And it's not solely on him for our shortcomings, but he is a huge reason for all of our success the last 5 years as an organization. So hats off to Joe. And hopefully that's the first of many awards he gets.
Yeah, first of many, hopefully, because when he came on, you know, we didn't expect for him to do what he did after the whole Ime Udoka situation. And then what was it? A year or 2 later, we're in the finals. Like I personally think that's one of the greatest feats for any manager. You come into a team, and we've talked about this before. You come into a new team, and I'm pretty sure there were rumors at first about the locker room situation and how that was not working out with Mazzulla and the team or something like that. I think I remember seeing something, and just the way that he changed this team in such a short amount of time, I did not see us making the finals in that 2022 year. But it ended up happening because of Joe, because of how he implemented defense on the team. And was it the same season that Smart won DPOY as well, if I'm not mistaken?
Or that was the one Ime Udoka season.
Oh, never mind then. But still, I think the program that Mazzulla came with and the program that the Celtics as well came with, I think it just changed us for the better. It brought hope to the Celtics fans, and to make it into that finals with that 2022 team was something special in my opinion. And I think it goes underappreciated. I think that season that we made the finals. Granted, we lost against the Warriors, but to make it there to that stage that soon after getting appointed, I think is amazing. And then 2 years later to then win it, I think it's once again another underrated achievement by Joe Mazzulla. And he gets my stamp as one of the most underrated coaches in the NBA. Even though he did win Coach of the Year, I feel like he's still underrated in a lot of people's minds because we don't see what he does in the background. We don't see what he does to these players, the way he affects them, but we see it on the court. He saw something in Jordan Walsh. He saw something in Baylor Shireman. He saw something in Ugo, and he saw something in Keita, and he's used and implemented all those players and turned them into dogs. He's turned them into defensive machines, and hopefully some of these guys also turn into offensive machines as we look at Ugo and Baylor Shireman as specific names. But the work he's done on this team so far is very underappreciated, but not by the NBA, because the NBA appreciated him and got him that award as a thank you for the work he's done in the Celtics organization. I kind of agree with you on that one, David. I don't see him doing this as like I don't see this being a long stint, because I feel like someone like Joe would just like I don't know, just like retire, yeah, and just like live his life with his kids and his wife. Like something I kind of see him doing something like that, especially since he's already got a chip.
Some
Like
fighting. He wants to probably go into some fighting.
yeah, I was gonna guess fighting because
he has said in an interview that when he retires, he wants to become a UFC fighter.
Yeah, I kind of see that happening just because of that clip of him and Derek White. At that was it UFC or WWE? I can't remember. But
WWE, yeah.
Yeah, but kind of the same thing, or similar. I wouldn't say same thing, but yeah, I kind of see Missoula going down that route, especially again because he got a ring, something that 80% of the coaches right now in the NBA are still fighting for, including the Spurs coach and the Knicks coach as well. Something Missoula already has. So I feel like that kind of just like puts things more into perspective. Obviously, as a coach, you do want more than one ring on your tally, but I feel like for Joe, that's more than enough for him to just be like, all right, peace, guys, and just leave like 2 seasons from now or so. But either way, it's if it does end up happening, one, we called it here first. So and two, the time he's been with the team, it has been amazing. What he's done to this franchise, what he's done to the fans, and the way he's implemented defense on the court has changed this team for the better, and I'm super happy for him to be our coach.
No, well said, you guys. David, do you want to add anything else to that? I agree, though. I think either he's going to be a fighter or he's going to go tame some wolves or something like that.
If I had to guess, I would say he's 38 right now, or I think he's turning 38 at the end of the month. I think he does this until he's 45, maybe a little bit sooner. I think honestly he could maybe just call it quits when the Jays are out of their prime. But more so, I think he's just going to reach burnout. Because we've seen the crazy stories of this guy like watching film for like 20 hours a day, and like his assistant coach is like begging him to put down the tablet and like watch something other than like a basketball footage. So, Joe goes pretty hard, and I think he's going to burn himself out and just walk away from the game. And he's also said in an interview too, it's out there, where he's not going to be like the Greg Popovich of the Celtics, where he's going to be doing this for like 30, 40 years. So, we should, again, just enjoy the mastermind of Joe Mazzulla while we have him.
No, well said. And congratulations again to Joe Mazzulla. So deserved. Again, go watch Andrew's video too. He explains why Joe Mazzulla should win Coach of the Year. But
I got the years mixed up. Apparently, I don't know why, but I got the years mixed up from the 2022 finals and all that.
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah, so 2022 was when Ime Udoka was the
head. I don't know why, but it kind of feels like Mazzulla was our coach back then. I don't know why.
But I have to say, the year after that, though, we got to the Eastern Conference Finals with Joe Mazzulla. Just came up short, right? If I'm not mistaken. And then the next year, you add all those pieces, and then boom, you win the championship.
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla. Yeah. So still incredible journey from him. You just come up short the year before, you get some new pieces, add that along, and boom. But with that being said, you guys, again, I don't want to get too don't take what we're saying literal, because it just says right there, rumors. Again, it's the off season. We have some fun things to say, and this is a question for you guys too. So answer this at home and comment down below what you guys think. If you guys want this to happen, there's some rumors out there. Trey Murphy rumors about him getting traded to Boston, right? Not signed. It would be traded, I believe. Traded to Boston. Would you guys like this trade? Yes or no? Who would you trade for him? And do you guys see this realistically happening this offseason? Again, we'll go around. What are your thoughts, David?
I'd love Trey Murphy if it comes with Zion as well. You gotta watch that video from last week to understand that reference. But to answer your question, Griffin, on Trey Murphy, I'm never going to say no to acquiring a player that is coming off a season where he averaged 21 points per game. Like, I think we need. I'm never going to turn down scoring or adding scoring from my team. I don't know if the Pelicans would trade him, and B, if we have anything attractive to give the Pelicans to acquire Trey Murphy with the salaries matching up, besides the obvious one being Jaylen Brown. I'm not trading Jaylen Brown for Trey Murphy, but the next highest salary we can give up is Derek White. And we talked about this last week on the podcast with Carl, where the Pelicans are already pretty guard happy as is. Why would they be wanting to acquire another guard? And it's not really a need for the Celtics to get a wing like Trey Murphy, unless we're trying to get a lot more athletic, maybe run Brown, Murphy, and Tatum as your 2, 3, and 4, push Brown back to the shooting guard position, at least lineup wise. So I don't know. If we're trying to get more athletic, and add scoring, I'm all for this. I just don't know what we can give up other than draft picks and Derek White. I mean, Trey Murphy is making just a hair under $30 million a year. He's making $28 million a year. So if we trade Derek White, we'd actually be probably gaining $2 million in salary. Go ahead, Griffin.
No, continue. Sorry.
I don't know what trade package would be attractive, and this doesn't fit a need for the Celtics urgently. Like we have, the Pelicans are guard happy, we're wing happy. And again, I'll take the scoring, but I'm more so worried about us getting a shot creating point guard, or a point guard that can run the offense, and a rim protector. Like, those are my two needs. And again, if Trey Murphy's on the table, I'll do it, but I just don't know how we can get there.
If you're putting in like Sam Hauser or switch it up. Well, I guess we'll go Sam Hauser. We'll go Sam Hauser, Hugo Gonzalez, and a couple picks. Are you making that trade?
Yeah, because I'm absolutely making that trade. It gets trickier with the financials because we're giving up $11 million and we're taking $28 million back. So just that move alone gets us into the luxury tax.
Well, what about? And it seems like from the recent talks, it seems like Celtics kind of want to stay under it again this year, because that helps out a lot. So that's an interesting conversation to have as well.
Let me add in? Sorry, go ahead, Griffin.
No, go ahead, and then sorry, David.
It's interesting where I thought we would stay under the luxury tax heading into the season, but I always forget the rule where you just have to be under the luxury tax by the end of the regular season for it to come into effect. So we could be over the luxury tax to start the season, and we could cut salary at the trade deadline. That's an option. So right now, I think I might have mentioned this last week on the podcast. The Celtics are currently at $188 million on their payroll for next season. The luxury tax line is $201 million. So we have around $12-13 million to play with before we start getting charged the luxury tax. But we can go over that as long as we cut salary back before the end of the regular season. So this time next year. So that's something we could explore.
But it's too, if this team's doing good, say you put together a team that's over the luxury tax and they're first in the East, dominating teams, you think, all right, is it worth the penalties and stuff going over if this could be a championship winning team? It's that's the question you have.
And I think that Bill Chisholm would probably say that it's worth it, but at the same time, he just forked away a few billion just to buy this team. And if we're in the luxury tax, we get the repeater penalty as well, because you have to have 2 years and a 4-year span of not being in the luxury tax to not get hit with the repeater penalties. Last season was year 1. The 2 years prior, we were in the luxury tax. So if we're in the luxury tax again this season, just to put in a perspective, say that we're $8 million over the luxury tax due to the repeater penalty. Our luxury tax bill is closer to $20-25 million.
Whew.
So that's a big difference. 17 more million for being 8 million over.
Yeah, I just want to throw one more at you, and then we'll go to Daniel. because again, I don't think Sam Hauser is going to cut it. Like I feel like, I mean, that might be a little more attractive to them because again, they're guard heavy. But would you do a Derek White, Ugo Gonzalez for Trey Murphy? What trade package looks appealing to you? Do you have anyone that's like written down?
Yeah, I mean that's I don't have any written down, but that's the most attractive for me is getting. I think that's the one that has to make the most sense financially is trading
Yeah.
Derek White and his 30 million price tag. You're getting and Ugo who's making like probably like 1 or 2 million on a rookie contract, and then you get Trey Murphy back, so you're gaining 4 million in cap, and you're getting an explosive wing, and that allows you to put Trey Murphy in the starting lineup and have Shireman, another good wing, come off your bench. Like 100%, I would do it. I just don't know if the Pelicans would make that trade, but 100%, I'm doing that. It would suck to lose Ugo, but you got to give something to get something.
Exactly, because I don't think they're getting any younger. Like I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think they want to get older. Like you saw that with CJ McCollum. They were just getting older. And I think now you're at a part where you have Derek Queen and who's the other one I can't think of? Jeremiah Fears. You have them, and it's like now you're in the stage of getting younger. You have Zion in there as well. Like I don't can a Derek White help their team right now? That's smart, David, for Zion. Go watch last week's episode and you'll hear the Zion talk. But again, can that team does Derek White help a team like that? Potentially, but I don't know. Again, Trey Murphy is a key asset, I think, to that team, along with Herb Jones, who I hear rumors about as well. I think those they have a good core right now. But what are your thoughts, Daniel? Who would you trade in this situation? And are you entertaining this deal or nah?
I wouldn't mind having a Trey Murphy on my team. I just feel like he's being a little bit overvalued by the Pelicans. I'm not sure if it's because, I mean, he has been valuable to them. I will say that, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we'd be giving up a little too much, in my opinion, if we're giving up two players and picks. I just don't. I don't think maybe I'm missing out on something, but I just don't think he's worth all that. Especially the picks, because I want to see where we go in the next few years in terms of like getting a younger core, getting these younger guys in. We have done a good job of straying away from those like older guys, and into this like younger team with Ugo, Sharman, Walsh, and all those names. But yeah, I wouldn't want to give up any picks, even though they will be low. What is it, 27 and 40 coming up next year? And it's going to probably stay in that range for the next few years, unless we tank, which not going to happen, or trade up. But yeah, I wouldn't mind giving up Ugo and Hauser. I feel like that'd be a good one. We still have other names like Walsh and Sharman and Ron Harper Jr., who I forgot to mention this whole time. And on the list of young guys to develop, we have turned Ugo into a massive dog, which might be something that the Pelicans are looking at. For the near future, we talked about them kind of going into a younger core, which Ugo again might help in that realm. And I wouldn't mind giving up Sam Hauser either, because I think he has reached this point, I think, where we do need to be looking into ways to kind of get rid of him in that contract. But I don't know about giving up on White yet. I just feel like we give White at least one more season. It might have just been a down year. I don't know yet, but I think it's too early to kind of close the doors on Derek White as a Celtic. I think we look into offers for Derek White, but I think we keep him for one more season realistically, just to kind of see where he's at mentally. And yeah, if he doesn't help the team at all, then we get rid of him. But I think for Trey Murphy, I guess I wouldn't mind giving up Derek White either. So I think those are the three names: Derek White, Hauser, and Ugo. I don't know about picks. I don't think I'd be looking to give up any of the picks just because of. I guess I'm just hopeful of who we can get at those picks, even though they are low. But an interesting package would be Hauser and Ugo, or White and Ugo or something like that. But those three names are the names I look at for Trey Murphy.
I feel like maybe you could even throw in a Walsh instead of Ugo or something like that.
Maybe, yeah. I was thinking about that actually, but I didn't know if I wanted to say it or not. But I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah, as my light goes out. For me, I think I personally I'm making this move potentially. Like, it's gonna hurt losing Derek White if you do Derek White, Ugo. But I think there's a sense of me that wants a new look for the Celtics, and there's a sense of me of what if last year was just the beginning of a Derek White downfall? Like, what if, age is catching up to him? That could potentially, but a sense of me too is like, all right, I kind of want a new look, but at the same time, it's like, all right, Derek White, like he's a key contributor to this team. I've loved having him, and he's so fun to watch, and just a great guy in the community and stuff. And it's tough to give up that. But Trey Murphy is a guy that shakes things up for sure, and is definitely a new look. So it's an interesting one. If we could work around making a move without giving up Derek White, I'm for it. But again, I don't. The salary tax, it's like, is that doing enough? Because again, you nailed it, David. It's like this is a piece that we already have Jaylen Brown playing. It's like, and we're not in desperate need for a Trey Murphy. We're in desperate need for a point guard or a center. Like those are kind of two moves to go after. Trey Murphy, it's like kind of you're going in the opposite direction. It's like, all right, yeah, like this shakes things up for sure, but it's not what your needs are. So I'll say no. I'll say no for now. If you could do Sam Hauser and him, the salary cap really scares me about that. I'll go no again, because again, that's not your two needs. Your two needs are a center and point guard. If you can do it, I guess. I mean, I would welcome Trey Murphy with open arms if you could just get Sam Hauser and Ugo. I think he's a phenomenal player, but it just doesn't look like it shakes it up enough for me. It shakes up how the Celtics have been and definitely what they are doing, but for me, it's not your needs. So next, all good. Anything else you guys have on that? All right. Next one. This one entertains me a little bit more. Peyton Watson trade rumors. And I saw a mock trade. You trade Sam Hauser for Peyton Watson. I'm trading that. I feel like Sam Hauser, a lot of fans haven't been liking his play and stuff. I think he's been phenomenal. He's a main guy. I gotta support him. But Peyton Watson definitely shakes it up, and I believe his contract is cheaper. And for the Nuggets, I feel like this is a win for the Nuggets too, because again, Peyton Watson is a guy that they're going to have to pay in the next couple of years. And you trade Sam Hauser. This is a player that can be a contributor on a contending team. And it looks like the Nuggets, if they decide to break up things and rebuild, I think you start a rebuild with a Peyton Watson. I think you keep him on your team. But if they're still looking to contend after this year and they're like, all right, we just need to add a couple more pieces, I think you make this move 100 times out of 10 because you add Sam Hauser. That's a legitimate piece that could add some 3-point shooting, which you lost in the Michael Porter Jr. trade or signing, however he left. But I think if the Nuggets are looking at, adding and going for a championship, you make this move. If not, then I see them holding on to a Peyton Watson and not pulling the trigger with a Sam Hauser. But for the Celtics, I'm 100% pulling the trigger on this. I think this shakes it up a little bit. Younger, cheaper. I'm going for it. But what are your guys' thoughts?
So Peyton Watson is actually a restricted free agent this summer. So he's going to be getting a new contract this summer.
Okay.
And
I just gave a tangent for no reason.
So his contract's projected to be 4 years, $90 million in free agency, which is $22.5 million a season.
Yeah, so that's a little steep for me.
We could do this and then trade Hauser. We could do like a sign and trade with the Nuggets. To your point, Griffin, the Nuggets stay in contention. They get to keep their shooting. They get one of the best shooters in the league off the bench, however you want to use them in Denver and Hauser. But we're trading away 10 million and we're taking in like 22, 23 million just for one transaction. And just with that move alone, that gets us right back into luxury tax again.
So I'm not doing that. I don't think Peyton Watson shakes up your team enough.
I'm the same, and again, it's just the same thing with Trey Murphy, where we're getting a wing who is a great two-way option, great offense, great defense, great shooting, 49% from the field, 41% from deep last season. But it doesn't move the needle for me significantly. So, yeah, I mean, maybe this is something that they explore. I don't see this happening either, but I think the underlying opportunity here, and I just saw this right before we started the podcast when I was scrolling on Twitter, is that Peyton Watson's another guy that the Celtics are rumored to be targeting that's 25 and younger. So you notice the last two teams to make it out of the Western Conference in the NBA Finals, their average age on their team was just a hair over 25 years old. Now, are the Celtics necessarily an older team? No. Are they a younger team? Not anymore. But I think it's something to keep an eye on with the two most recent Western Conference championship teams coming out of the West being younger on the younger side. So maybe the Celtics are going to explore making moves to get a little bit more youthful, trading away 32-year-old Derek White, 28, 29-year-old Hauser to get maybe a 25 or 26-year-old. So I think there's something underlying in these rumors where we're getting attached to all these younger players that maybe the Celtics are going to try and go a lot younger this offseason.
What do you got, Daniel?
Yeah, I was a yes. I was a complete yes on Peyton Watson until I found out not only is he a restricted free agent, but also that's only $2 million is looking a little too much. I don't know about that. I think there are some other names out there that we can get for cheaper. And I also think they're just more financially responsible options out there. But he does fit into the team. I feel like I would like to see him in green, but not on that contract at all. But I was thinking about another name. I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but since we're on the topic of the Pelicans, what do you guys think about not Zion, but Jordan Poole? What are you guys' thoughts on him? I don't think his tenure at the Pelicans is going that well. I don't know what he can offer to the team now. I feel like he's a different player compared to that Golden State 2022 team, but I feel like he still has a lot to offer, I feel like. So I don't know where we as Celtics fans stand on that and what he can offer, but what do you guys think?
I think that definitely brings in a point guard for you, but I wouldn't go Derek White far. I would go, and David doing that, he makes too much, I'm guessing. He makes too much.
Contract. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
He's making $34 million next year.
Never mind.
Yeah. I'm out.
Never mind. Forget I said anything.
All good. I have a fun thing for you guys. All good on this now, though, Daniel, or do you have anything else?
Yeah, all good on that. All good on Peyton Watson entirely.
I agree. I'm out on Peyton Watson after
yeah.
At first, I was entertaining it because I'm like, all right, this is the cheap contract. But when David informed me about that, I'm out. But this is a fun game we'll play. We played it last week, but we'll play it again. Yes or no? So you guys just answer yes or no. We're going to do Derek White. And this is a 1-for-1 player trade. You guys just say yes or no. I have some players here, and we keep going if you want. But we'll start off with David, go Daniel, myself. And again, just a yes or no. One-on-one player trade, Derek White for DeJounte Murray, yes or no?
No.
Daniel?
Yes.
I'm going a yes, too.
I'm going yes. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yep. All right. Josh Hart, yes or no?
No.
No. Tempting, but no. Alex Caruso.
No.
No.
Definitely not. No. I'm Alex Crusoe now. Jamal
I mean,
Murray.
call me biased, but sorry to interrupt, but call me biased, but that I don't know if you guys saw that specific play against the Spurs where he pulls Stephon Castle down after he attempts to lay up or something like that. It was a dangerous play that should have been a flagrant, but it wasn't because we know why. But I think after that, I'm so down on Caruso for that. I think if we go Caruso after the Lakers, yeah, it's a massive yes. But right now, I think his stock has just gone down. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Jamal Murray.
Yes.
Yes. Definite yes.
Anthony Simons. Now it's different. He's a free agent, but one-on-one player. Yes or no, Anthony Simons?
No.
Miguel Bridges.
No.
I don't think he offers much for his contract. I think he's a very underwhelming player in my opinion. So yeah, no.
Yes, I like Miguel Bridges, and I think that shakes it up. Cam Johnson.
No.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yes.
I'm going yes as well.
Yes. And then I have one last. I'll go a couple more. Nick Claxton.
Yes.
No.
It's tough for me. I'm going yes. DeAndre Ayton.
No. Massive no.
No. That's all I got, you guys. It was a fun one. We had some fun ones in there, and I'm sure we could explode into conversations about them. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below too. Again, random players, tough to talk about because again, it's right off the top of the head. I think if you give it a little more time, a lot of our answers might have changed if you're looking at stats and everything, but that's all we had for now. Let us know if you guys are making yes or no on those deals. But I want to go a little trivia with you guys. And we'll go Daniel versus David. You guys have your phones on you?
Yeah.
Wait, no, actually, you guys hide your phones. All right, hide your phones right now. Put your phones away because you guys cannot answer these with your phones. All right, so no phones. You guys have phones off. Actually, power them on for me. Make everyone see that you're powering them off. We gotta make sure. No cheating here. No cheating. All right. So the trivia is today. Can you list the names that the Jays have scored 50 or more against? First of all, we'll start this off. I will let you guys know how many teams there are, so it'll make it a little bit easier. But does anyone want to shoot a stab at it first of how many teams? We'll start off with Jason Tatum. How many teams that he scored 50 against?
The number of teams we're looking for?
The number... I'll let you guys know the number of teams, but the teams that he scored it against is what we're doing trivia against.
Okay, and you're asking for Tatum right now?
Yep. Any guesses?
Okay, so he scored 50 against Brooklyn.
Whoa! Oh, all right. Yeah, you going? All right, I'll let David go first. All right, you can list off the teams right now.
Okay, so Tatum scored 50 against Brooklyn. San Antonio, Philadelphia. I was there. Minnesota.
Yep, Minnesota is on there.
How many? Are you letting us know how many teams there is?
I'll let you guys know. There's 5 regular season games and 2 playoff games.
Okay, so the 50. Who else? The Brooklyn was a playoff game. And Brooklyn and Philly were the playoff games, so that's the 2 playoff games. And then Minnesota in the regular season, San Antonio in the regular season. How many other regular season games was there?
3.
So I'm missing one. Who was the other team that he scored 50 against?
Wait, you said Spurs and Timberwolves.
Spurs and Timberwolves.
So there's 3 more, David.
There's two more.
Three more.
Three more.
Three more.
So is that three different teams? Dave.
All right. I'll say this: the Nets, he scored a regular season game against 50 as well. So we'll go two because you did say the Nets. All right.
Charlotte.
Yes.
Oh. How many? I'm losing track. How many am I missing?
Just one.
Ooh.
Daniel, you want to shoot a stab at it? What?
It's not Phoenix, is it?
Nope. Daniel, want to shoot a stab at it? David's helped a lot right here.
I'm gonna go a wild guess and say Pelicans.
Nope. Do you guys give up?
No, I still want to go at it.
Let's keep going.
All right, you have two more guesses. Each of you have two more guesses. You can list off the teams right here. That's 4 teams each.
The Mavs?
Nope. That's your
Not
second guess. What?
The Knicks?
Nope.
Ooh,
So you both have one more guess. One more guess each.
Griffin, can I bother you for a clue?
I'll tell you how much he scored that game.
Okay.
He scored 51 points this game.
Doesn't give you much, I feel like.
He scored 51 in a lot of these games, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not much of a help.
He had that crazy run in 2021. I mean, Minnesota's part of it. I said Minnesota. Brooklyn was part of that. He had 51. Who was it?
You guys give up?
51.
I'm going to get my last guess off, but I still don't know what team.
Who you got?
It's
10
not
seconds.
Milwaukee, is it?
Nope. Oh, that was your last guess, David. All right. Daniel has the world on his back now. Who you got? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Miami?
Nope. The Washington Wizards.
When was that?
When was that?
I saw this yesterday. All right, and I'm gonna look it up one more time to see if I was right.
Oh,
Jeez.
was that the play-in game in 2021?
Let me check.
I think that was the play-in game where him and Kemba went off. We won the first ever play-in game.
50. All right, let's. Yes, it was the play-in tournament. Yep.
Yeah.
He scored 50. Yep. All right. So you guys lost that one, and I'll rattle through really quick. Against the Spurs, he had 60 points. Against the Brooklyn Nets, he had 54. During the regular season, Timberwolves, he had 53 points. Hornets, he had 51. And I guess I kind of lied because I said regular season games when this was a play-in tournament. Against the Wizards, he had 51, and then the 2 playoff games, 76ers 51, and the Brooklyn Nets 50. Now, Jaylen Brown, he has 2. One of them should be very easy. Let's see if you guys throw a stab. Anyone want to give the first one? It was this year. You guys should know it. I know it very well. Clippers. Does anyone know the other one? I had to actually dig for it too. It's tough. 3 guesses each. What do we got? We'll go David, Daniel, and see who could win this one.
Okay, so we're looking for just one. So we already got the Clippers.
It's a lot easier. I had to dig for this one too. It was I knew he hit one, but then I was like, the team definitely shocked me a little bit.
Orlando?
A bit, dang! You got it. I was gonna go.
No way.
What a ball! Jeez, we need to bring back trivia every week. Should we do a weekly trivia talk?
You should do this.
Yeah, this is. Let us know if you guys like this.
Honestly, I don't know if you guys have seen like the Nick Knows Ball like kind of content, but like that kind of questions, like name, like list Tatum's teammates or something like that, or like the last 7 Tatum's teammates or something. That's like a similar kind of question style. But yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, so follow us and subscribe for more trivia content. You'll learn more about the Celtics. All right, so that's our trivia for the day. We'll do this all off season. We'll give you guys some trivia all off season. That's fun. But last but not least, again, if you guys stuck around, great. If not, if you're not a Patriots fan, you guys can still listen along. Daniel's not a Patriots fan. That's not his number one team, but he'll still give some talk. AJ Brown to the Pats. I'm hyped about this. I've gotten a lot more involved with the Patriots the last couple of years. I'm learning the players more, and I know AJ Brown is a dog. So this is huge, and I know this has been rumored for a long time, and it's like, all right, June 1st, this will be the deal. But David's our big Patriots guy here. So what are your thoughts about this and reactions? Because this is a great day for the Patriots. I mean, he's been a Patriots fan since he was a little kid, and are we about to be Super Bowl bound again, David? What are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that this trade happened. This is the worst kept secret in the NFL, as you talked about, Griffin. Basically, this has been old news for about 2 to 3 months now. The reason it happened on June 1st and it couldn't happen sooner is just due to financial reasons for the Eagles on their side. But I love this trade. The Patriots are making the most or trying to make the most of Drake May while he's still in his rookie contract. We have 3 years left with him on this rookie contract, where he's only making like 9 to 12 million. Once he's done with his rookie contract, he's probably going to make triple or quadruple that amount. So just trying what we can to maximize the talent pool around him while he's still on a relatively cheap contract. And AJ Brown comes in, automatically going to be our number one wide receiver, reunited with his head coach from the Tennessee Titans days, Mike Vrabel. I'm really excited for this. Again, like I said earlier, you got to give something to get something. Yes, giving up a first round pick isn't ideal, but you're getting a number one wide receiver in AJ Brown on a relatively affordable contract. So I don't know if this gets us back to the Super Bowl. I mean, a lot went right for the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl last season, and it's going to be a lot tougher for us to get back. But this is a great move to make for sure. And I'm really excited to see AJ Brown and Drake May work together. I think it's going to be a great tandem duo.
How long does he have on his contract?
He has 3 more years, 4 more years left on his contract.
That's beautiful. And you gave up 2 picks for him too, so I think this is a steal, right?
Right. I mean, the first 2 are fully guaranteed, and then the last 2 years of the contract are non-guaranteed. So if it doesn't work out, we can get out of the contract mostly scotch-free in a couple years. But as of right now, it's like a 2-year, $50 million deal. So we're getting we're paying $25 million a year for a top 10 wide receiver, not even 30 yet. And I'm really optimistic about this for sure. And his cap hit this year is only $7 million. So we're paying him $25 million basically, but he's only counting $7 million against the Patriots salary cap.
That's awesome. Daniel, what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, I did tap into the Patriots enough last season to know that they were in need of a move like this. And now their offense is looking a lot better with this addition. They do have a lot of names in that offense, most of them not being able to do anything in that Super Bowl. But, now adding another wide receiver, the best one on that list, you're looking a lot better now from a Patriots standpoint. I do think there are a lot more issues to be resolved if the Patriots are willing to get back to that Super Bowl. But it's a good starting move offensively to get them back to that Super Bowl. I do have one question as a non-Patriots fan: is Vrabel going to be coaching next season? Is that confirmed, or is that still? I was still iffy on that.
I mean, as of right now, he'll be the coach. I mean, obviously, he's got a lot going on in his personal life, but
Right.
Yeah, there's been no signs at all that he's going to get fired. So, yeah, he'll still be coaching.
And I heard something about him possibly taking a year off. Is that still on the table or not anymore?
I don't think so. I mean, he's been participating. Drake May just had a celebrity softball event through his charity in Worcester at the Worcester Red Sox baseball stadium, Polar Park. That just happened on Sunday. And Mike Vrabel was there playing on one of the teams, chalking it up with all the players. And, he looked like he was having a great time. So I doubt Vrabel's taking any time off.
All right, yeah, that's all. Other than that, yeah, very good pickup for the Patriots, and again, one that's been speculated and basically announced 3 months ago, or like even before the season ended, kind of. I would have liked to see Stephon Diggs back. Obviously, that whole situation with him has been patched up, but I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's always been like one of my favorite players because he is good, and he did offer that veteran side. He did offer a lot on the veteran side of things for the Patriots last season. I wonder what they're gonna do about that or where he lands. But yeah, it's good for the Patriots, definitely, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it, and I will be watching more Patriots games this year, and I'm learning a lot more. What do you got though, David?
Oh, it's crazy how like football season is right around the corner again. This is what happens when you go the longest. You have like the longest season. We play in the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl was just over 4 months ago now. But the Patriots are back in the facilities doing their OTAs in the off season. Mini camp is next week, and then after mini camp, it's 6 weeks until training camp, and then from training camp until hopefully the end of February, it's just boots on the ground. Football is the main priority for the organization for that many weeks straight. So yeah, football is right around the corner. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be hopefully another good season for the Patriots. It's going to be tough to get back, like I said, to the Super Bowl, but we had a good off season.
Oh, well said. Go Patriots. Daniel's second favorite team, he said. So gotta give them some love. But again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications to be notified every time we upload. And be ready for episode 100 next podcast. So tune in, and we will see you guys with the next one. Peace, you guys.
See you.